Good morning.
Good morning, Jennifer.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. Welcome to the Indianapolis Monthly Dream Home.
What a room and a beautiful space.
Thank you.
So happy to be here and maybe get a behind-the-scenes tour of this beautiful house. Are you ready to do that?
I'm absolutely happy to show you. I'm very excited. It was an amazing project that took 18 months, and we're finally showing it, and this is our final weekend, so you squeezed in just in time.
Perfect. Should we get started?
Sure. Let's start down this hallway, and as you pass the powder bathroom here, make sure that you see all the illumination, not just from the lights that are hanging, but also through the countertop. This is a quartzite piece that you can illuminate through the back to create a little different ambiance in this room.
Interesting that you chose to put a piece of sculpture on the wall.
Well, actually, that's not a sculpture, it's a faucet.
Love that.
So do we. Let's keep moving.
I hear the sound of water. Is this a water feature?
It is a water feature. This is one of my favorite pieces in the house. This is a quartzite as well. This also came from Brazil. It was picked specially for this house, and there were only 2 slabs, and this is one of them right here.
That's beautiful. Do you find that the water feature helps with the ambiance of a house?
It absolutely does. So we're coming into the owner's suite, and when you come back here, the water feature helps to set the tone of creating a little bit more peace before you come back into this area.
Oh, this is beautiful. Is that fabric on the wall?
This is fabric. You know, there's a lot of different applications that we can use with fabric, and this not only presents something that is more of a boutique-y feel for this particular room, but it's also cozy and helps with the sound. This is a very large room with 2-story ceilings, and so this helps to just bring it down a little bit so you don't have so much echoing.
Nice.
Let's take a look at her closet. And here we are.
Wow. I feel like I just walked into a boutique.
Well, and that's exactly what we were going for. The homeowner wanted to feel like she had her own boutique shopping experience when she would come into her closet, and that's what we did. One of the things that makes this really luxurious is the mix of materials. We've mixed a glossy white finish with a stained, really warm finish on some of the drawers, and of course accented with mirrors behind the cabinets. So the whole experience here is something like going shopping without leaving your house.
I've heard there are some other distinct features about this owner's suite. Can you show us those?
I can. Let's start here in the owner's bathroom.
Oh, I love those illuminated mirrors.
Yes, illumination in mirrors has become really popular. Something particular to this home and this bathroom is 4 illuminated mirrors, 2 on her side, 2 on his side. By cutting the mirrors down and making them a little smaller, you can do more illumination. It helps for applying makeup. So this is not only pretty and fun, it's also functional.
Nice combination of form and functionality.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yes, so we have 2 bedrooms in the owner's suite. Particularly to this home is her bedroom and his bedroom. And the reason that this is designed that way is they have different sleep patterns. So if you have a home where let's say your husband gets up early in the morning or you get up early in the morning and you don't want to interrupt the other person, instead of going to the guest bedroom, which in this home would be way far away on the other side, why not create 2 beautiful spaces for you guys to have your own cozy space and feel like you're also in your owner's suite. Really, it's more about consideration than separation.
Tell me about the fabrics on these beds.
Yeah, so a lot of my designs are inspired from just me going on vacation or traveling, and this one in particular came from the Dominican Republic, where they used fabric in the beds and then applied it to the walls in different areas to create another sense of softness. And that's exactly what I did here. The fabric on the bed is the same as the backdrop for the lights.
A nice masculine space, yet still cozy.
Absolutely. And interesting too, so we've taken the gray feel, and by putting it in different fabrics and wall applications, you're creating more interest, not just a dark room.
Very clever.
Oh, hey, we missed this the first time. Tell me about this door.
Well, this is an amazing invention. Our homeowners have dogs, and instead of putting them in their crates in an area and keeping them confined, you can give them a larger space just by putting this gate that comes out from the wall, and it hides when you're not using it. So this is the space where we have both a laundry room and a dog wash.
Well, I could definitely do laundry in here.
Oh, absolutely. With the large windows and the view to the 4 washer dryer combination. And then we also have a new steam unit here. So you could put your clothes in here, get them steamed while you're taking a shower, pull them out and be ready to go for your night out.
It's nice to see a room whose functionality is so well thought out.
Back to this amazing great room.
Yeah, this is stunning. It's a really beautiful introduction to this home. There are different materials in here that make it interesting yet still inviting, from the porcelain slabs that are on the wall. So these are 4 porcelain slabs put together as a book match and then flipped for a butterfly type application. And then of course you have 2 fire features, here. So we're bringing in the land, which is outside. You see that beautiful greenery, adding stone and fire is just really comfortable without being overdone.
Can't help but notice this wine cellar behind you.
This wine cellar is one of my favorite pieces here. I think I already said that, but I guess I have a lot of favorite pieces. This one here is showcasing your wine, so it is an interesting art piece in the center of your room to help separate your dining room area from your hallway.
Speaking of the separation of the dining room area, you're standing on an unusual surface.
I am. One of the most functional but interesting pieces of this design is the tile is put in a rug formation. So this is actually called a tile rug.
Very practical, very beautiful.
It is. So you can create a separation of your space, a little bit more intimacy for your dining experience, but it's also practical because as you spill things, maybe a little red wine kind of makes its way off the table and onto the floor. You just wipe it up instead of having to call the carpet cleaners.
What a beautiful space this is.
Thank you. This is the main kitchen.
The main kitchen, there are no appliances in this kitchen.
There are absolutely appliances in this kitchen. They're just hidden. There's a refrigerator freezer behind the large doors there. There's 2 ovens here, 2 dishwashers, and a cooktop.
So a fully functioning kitchen, I could cook in here.
Absolutely. This is for everyday cooking. It makes it clean, but if you're gonna do a little more cooking, come on back here. So you're gonna have a dinner party and you don't want anybody to see the mess. We've actually taken the pantry and just expanded it, made it even better with a full kitchen back here. Commercial refrigerator for large trays, commercial ovens, a dishwasher and a cooktop. And instead of having open shelving, we put doors on it.
I love the idea of hiding a mess from a dinner party.
And so do we.
Can I ask you a couple of quick questions?
Sure.
How long have you been doing design?
26 years.
How long did it take to build this house?
Just about 2 years.
What's your favorite thing about designing a house like this?
Well, actually, my favorite thing about designing this house is the same about designing all the houses. It's the clients. When I work with a client, it's really important for me to understand what their vision is. And then when we can work together and create something that's like this and bring their vision to life and maybe even make it better than what they thought it would be, that's my favorite part of design.
That's a great answer. Do you have a favorite room in this house?
Well, I have a lot of favorite rooms, but one of my favorite rooms is the outside, right here. So in this space, it is basically taking your great room or your family room, your main living area, and putting it out into the outside. One thing that's great about this outdoor room is that it has 2 sets of screens. The screens that you're looking through right now is helpful in the summer months to keep mosquitoes and other bugs that you might get from being out here in the natural elements. And then in the fall, we have vinyl screens that come down and that keeps the heat in a little bit longer, so you can take this room and take it from a 3-season room to 4-season.
What a great idea.
Can we stop here for just a minute and look at the space from this view? This is one of my favorite views in this entire first floor, because what started out as a blank canvas ended up moving into a beautiful space of dining and relaxation in a great room setting to sitting at the bar in your kitchen, and all the while now feeling like this is just a cozy space that now has purpose and function and beauty. Just wanted to share that with you.
Beautiful view.
But there's more.
Hey, here there's an interesting room in the corner of this house.
There absolutely is. Let me show you. You are now entering the relaxation room. So instead of putting an office here, which we figured wasn't as needed, we decided to create a Zen space, something that's a little bit more peaceful. It's got 2 big windows so that you can see the outside, and then 2 massage tables so that you can have a massage or just listen to the water feature, whatever it is that you might need to just get your Zen going.
Jen, we just left the relaxation room. Are you always relaxed during the design process?
As far as my clients know.
Oh, tell me about this wall covering.
Yeah, this is a beautiful wallpaper. You'll see a lot of wallpaper applications as we move through the bedrooms upstairs. Come on in, let me show you some more.
Oh, I love this. Were you at all concerned about the dark color on these walls?
Absolutely not, not in this room. One of the things that balances the darkness on the walls, one is that the wallpaper, although it's dark, is reflective because it's got dimension within the wallpaper itself. But secondly, the ceilings are white. There's 2 really large windows in this room, one to the right of the bed, and then there's transoms over the room. So there's a lot of light reflection that's going on in this room, even though we have a darker wallpaper. And it creates kind of this cool vibe for our 18-year-old boy who lives in this room. Let's check out the bathroom. In this bathroom, I chose to go lighter. So this is a nice contrast, opposite of the darker wallpaper that's shown in the bedroom. So here we have dark only on the back wall with a couple of warmer colors in it. The browns are really popular right now. We're gonna see more influence in the browns than the grays. And then the rest of the room is offset with being really light. So it still has a masculine feel, but it creates a little bit lighter feel in here as opposed to the darker contrast in the bedroom. Let's check out some more bedrooms.
You mentioned wallpaper's a trend. Can I ask you a couple rapid fire questions about other trends?
Sure.
Warm colors or cool colors?
Warm colors.
Hardwoods or tile floors?
Tile floors are making a comeback, but I still like my woods.
LED or incandescents?
LED.
Leather or fabric?
Kind of a fabric girl.
Oh, cool. Is that a putting green?
It is. Come on outside and check it out. This used to be just a regular flat roof over our covered porch below, but now it is an activity area where you not only can have a good time with your friends, but you also can see this amazing view. It's probably one of the best in the entire house.
So you mentioned more bedrooms.
There are
Can
more
we take
bedrooms.
a look at those?
Yes. On our way, this area is the common area for the bedrooms and for the kids upstairs. It gives them a place to go if they want to get out of their bedrooms, and we all know we like our kids out of our bedrooms.
Oh, hold on. Tell me about these lights.
Absolutely. These are LED strip lights that are inside drywall. And one of the reasons that we put them in this particular location was to not only create illumination, but to help put an art feel in this hallway. So I'm going to point out something that I normally wouldn't do. If you look at the width of this hallway, and I took out all of the lights, the width of this hallway is a nice size, but not necessarily for this house. It would have been nice to have a really wide hallway. So instead of causing attention to a smaller hallway or a more narrow hallway in this space, I added illumination on the sides that creates an artwork type feel. So instead of becoming the narrow hallway upstairs, it became the super cool hallway upstairs.
And it also allows you to keep that square footage in the bedrooms.
Yes, it does.
Well, this looks like a young lady's room.
This is for their high school daughter.
Jen, those lights are not level.
They're not level. And while a lot of times symmetry is important in design, asymmetry is also important. And in this particular case, I chose to make this functional by having 2 somewhat nightstands. But on this side, instead of having just a nightstand, this also serves as a makeup area for her, where you can sit down, she can put on her makeup, she has beautiful natural light, and it's a little more interesting than just 2 nightstands.
Now, I've heard that there's something interesting about this bathroom that was not in the original design.
Yes, in the original plan, there was a tub here, but it was just set separately apart from the shower. And realizing that her room was large enough, we could push a little bit back into it, create a separate space for the tub inside the shower to give her still a lot of room inside this bathroom, but yet have the tub that she's always wanted.
Oh, that's cool. What room is next?
Let me show you. So this is the third bedroom, and this bedroom belongs to their son who's also in high school.
And I see you've used asymmetry again in here.
We did, very observant. Only this time we used it in a fabric application behind the wall. Just like we did in the owner suite downstairs, we're putting fabric on the wall to create a coziness, a sense of coziness, and also interest. Only this time it's done in a more tubular application.
I see a lot of tile in this bathroom as well. We really haven't talked about tile.
Yeah, so in this home particularly, there's a lot of tile in bathrooms. I love tile in bathrooms because it's a little bit more durable than drywall. So you can take that steamy shower and your walls always stay nice for a long period of time. When I do that, I try to do it neutral. It's still interesting, but neutral enough since it's going to be there for a while.
The feel of this room is different and you notice it right away.
Yeah, this is the fourth bedroom upstairs. The homeowner has 4 children, but this child is older, so doesn't come home as frequently. So it was asked to be made more like a guest room. So you'll see 2 sinks in the bathroom. I actually designed the closet to be a little bit more like a hotel closet. So you can find a steamer there, a luggage rack, a couple of drawers, a hamper. So this whole bedroom is meant for a pure guest experience.
We've seen a lot of artwork. You have to stop and tell me about this one. Is this 2-dimensional?
This is 2-dimensional. In this particular art piece, I started with wallpaper. So the design is wallpapered for this particular space, and then it's overlapped by plexiglass, 4 plexiglass, we'll call them pictures, that when pulled away, you just have a beautiful wall. That's nice, right? But it creates a little bit more interest to put a 2-dimensional piece of art on it to make it extra special.
Cool chair. What is the fabric on this?
Oh, guess what? It's not fabric. That, seatbelt.
Hey Jen, is this wall real moss?
This is moss. So this is actually we'll call it a living wall, but it's all preserved in such a way that there is no maintenance.
How big is it?
It's about 40 feet. It's the largest moss wall that the designer who I worked with has ever done.
Does it need to be watered or anything to take care of it?
It does not. That's what makes it so beautiful.
Now, Jennifer, this is my kind of room.
I'm glad you said that. That was exactly our intention when we designed this, was to create an entertainment area that seemed fun and inviting and just a space you want to play in and hang out.
Explain the concept here.
This area was intended to be an extension from the bar, a sitting area that's cozy and somewhere you can have cocktails, maybe sit down with your girlfriends. And if you come to me. And if you sit on this side, I can watch TV, maybe check the games, the scores. And so I'm still engaged with whatever's happening in the bar area. I'm just a little bit more comfortable.
This seems like a great place to watch the game.
It is a great place to watch the game. You have 3 TVs that are over the bar, and then of course you have 2 on the columns.
How many TVs are in this house?
There's actually 30 TVs here.
Do you need that many?
I don't know, I kind of think you do. Actually, one of them is hidden. Do you want to see it?
Oh, absolutely.
When this space was designed as an entertainment area, we wanted to keep everybody in the same room, the same space. However, sometimes you might just want to watch a movie on your own. So let me show you the theater room.
This is not your typical theater room. It's not dark and heavy.
It is not. So that has been a common theme throughout, is to create maybe darker spaces or spaces that have a cool vibe, but not feel dark and heavy. So this has a moody feel. Love like this moody vibe, but the flooring is light and fun. It's got little dots in it. So the flooring has a lighter feel, as well as the sofas and the theater chairs. And if you notice, even the back wall has a lighter colored wallpaper on it rather than just being a big black, I don't want to say a hole, but a space that you feel really separate from the rest of the house.
I couldn't help but notice you hid this room behind sort of a secret door.
I did, and
I've heard there's actually a couple of those down here.
There is. Let's go to this side.
Jen, that's a wall.
That's what it appears to be, a wall. So in this space, if you're entertaining, all of the entertainment stays out here. There's really no need to see that there's extra bedrooms or feel like you're the people stuck in the bedrooms in the basement or the lower level. So behind this door, I created something of a boutique hotel type of feel. Come on in.
Oh, I love that hallway. I can see that hotel feeling immediately.
Yes, and if you look at the top, let me open that for you a little bit. And if you look at the ceiling illuminates. Once again, the lighting in this home is amazing because we've layered it in so many different ways depending on the time of the day. So in the evening, this hallway is lit up, and then you see the lights by each door, kind of signifying this is your space to go for the evening.
Let's check it out.
Let's do. This is the first room in our guest suite area. The thing to notice about this room and the other room is they are designed exactly the same. Sometimes in a design, it is best to not over-design. So here, one design, two rooms, creates a very unified space.
I love the feel of this room, and yet you're still using, it's different, but you're still using the same colors throughout the house.
Yes, the whole idea was to bring neutral and calmness to this area. And with our accent of green throughout this house, we feel that we really achieved that.
I love that light fixture.
That's one of my favorite ones. So this light fixture was originally installed by my electrician, and he would normally put it into just a regular position. This is how you install a light. However, it was meant to look like a bird. So I just asked him if he could rotate it a little bit and shift it.
It looks great.
Let's take a look at the outdoor space. Both guest suites have a room that goes to the outdoor space. So this again is more of your intimate space away from the rest of the home. You have a bar for your beverages while maybe your husband or wife are still getting ready. There's a beverage center out here. So you have your own just secluded space. Creates a little bit of privacy for your guests, which is really nice.
And again, that spectacular view.
Yeah, that's one thing that's common in this house. It makes it feel a little bit smaller or a little bit more intimate, maybe even with all the vast square footage. Now, there's 14,000 square feet in this house. But one of the things when you're looking out in this area is that there's a connectedness throughout the entire space. That's something that's pretty special here.
What other cool rooms have you hidden down here?
Well, this one actually is hidden in plain sight. Welcome to the bourbon and cigar room.
White furniture in a bourbon room.
I know, right? This is, again, our play on something that is traditionally maybe a dark or a vibey room of, heavy cigars and bourbon and kind of a little bit more of a masculine themed, right, traditionally. This is a play off of, let's lighten it up, because, girls want to have fun too. So in this space, the floor looks like onyx. The chairs are made of, are upholstered in a white fabric, and there's actually two size chairs, kind of like a his and hers. So this is an all-encompassing room for all kinds of people to enjoy their bourbon and cigars.
All right, I have a few other rapid fire questions. You ready?
Sure, hit me.
Round tables or square?
Square.
Glass tops or wood tops?
Wood tops.
Granite or quartz?
Quartz. But actually that question's not so easy because there's a lot of other materials other than just quartz or granite. So let me show you a couple. For example, this is a mixed material. So this is a quartzite. One of the things that is beautiful about certain quartzite is that it has the ability to be illuminated. And we know I like illuminated materials as you're looking through this house. So come by me, I'm gonna show you something. This is something that's very subtle and wouldn't be noticed by just the general person walking in or enjoying this space. But from a design standpoint on how to create continuity between your spaces, everybody talks about flow. If you stand here, this countertop is illuminated. The one at the end of the bar is illuminated. And then your eye is continually getting pulled into our bourbon cigar room because those two panels on the right side of the fireplace are illuminated. So this is one way to take a beautiful piece of material and actually use it to help your room flow. This is another one of my most favorite views of the house.
It's interesting when you're thinking about designing for one space and also how that space fits with the others. What have you learned while you were working on this house?
Well, in this house, there is so much open space. So when you're looking at a floor plan and it starts out as just one dimensional with just a lot of space. So here, the challenge, and probably the most fun, is how do I create these spaces that all of my clients can use depending on what activity they're doing, whether they're just staying at home with their kids or if they're having a big party for maybe a graduation or a prom, or just even just a celebration of life.
Jennifer, I've got to ask you about this wall behind you.
Yes.
Not the TVs. Tell me about that finish on the walls.
This finish is a Venetian plaster finish, and we've done this a couple of places throughout this house. This is wonderful because it's a reflective material, and it's, I wouldn't say it's affordable, but it is a really nice way to put material on a wall without putting permanent material. For example, black mirror, which is something that we had considered. But this faux finishing, again, if we're talking about flowing rooms, this faux finishing is done here, and it's also done at the opposite end of the wall for the shuffleboard. So again, we are transitioning rooms with materials. And then if you want to look up, that is also Venetian plaster, but the white variety.
So Jennifer, this is the pool house bathroom?
Well, actually, this serves as both the pool house bathroom and the bathroom from the entertainment area. So it had to be special and just a little bit more unique than one or the other.
Nice, a lot of storage here.
There is a lot of storage. This was an add to this bathroom. Originally, this was just a wall. Quickly did we realize that you might need some extra space to maybe sit down, change your clothes, have room for storage for your towels, maybe other pool accessories. So I created the space to have a little more function.
And I can't help but notice we've got another amazing piece of tile in here.
Yes, this tile fools quite a bit of people as they come through here. They're not sure if it's tile or wallpaper, probably because we're using both type of materials throughout the house. This is it's almost like a woven feel. Really great, interesting for a bathroom like this.
Really unique as well. And this shower, tell me about this.
The shower is an extension of the moss wall that we have going down the staircase. So while that moss wall is 40 feet, this one is only about 10, but it still gives you the same impact. It's just behind glass.
Now you mentioned that there were 3 hidden rooms down here.
Oh, there is. Do you want to see the last one?
Let's do it. One of the things I've noticed throughout the house is the interesting use of art.
Actually, I'm glad you asked about the art in the house. I think that art is amazing and it's very unique and can create a sense of feel of what that room is going for or going to be when you enter it. And in this space, one of my favorite pieces are the little art men, and these guys are climbing the wall. And this is actually a precursor to what's going to happen if you move or what you're going to see, I guess, when you come into this area. This is a great gym, but also equipped with a climbing wall. So I know we were talking about the last hidden room, and I got a little distracted. So let me show it to you now. And here it is. So most people think this is just a safe room, but how about a fully functioning shooting range? So, while some people enjoy recreational activities like bowling or maybe climbing, this particular client really enjoys shooting. So instead of going to the shooting range, they brought one to their own home.
I love that.
I do too. It's pretty neat.
Well, Jen, I don't know how to thank you enough. We've spent a lot of your time today and we've seen a lot of cool features in this house.
Well, you are so welcome. I really enjoyed it too.
Can we do it again?
Absolutely.